We're watching shares of Tesla this morning, and frankly, when are we not? The stock is up 5% pre-market right now. That follows a 6.5% gain during yesterday's session. Based on this morning's jump, the company looks like would top $500 billion in market value, so $500 billion.
And Tesla CEO Elon Musk taking yet another victory lap dance today. No, I didn't mean it like that. Not a lap dance, a victory dance. A Silicon Valley innovator reaching new heights with Tesla's market value crossing $500 billion. That allows him to zoom past Bill Gates and snag the title of the world's second richest person.
Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So yesterday, Tesla stock broke through record all-time high levels and closed at a record $555.38 per share, equating to a market capitalization of over $500 billion. Yes, $500 billion. What a difference a year makes. So in this video, I'm going to be reacting to some of the mainstream finance media's reaction to Tesla stock's incredible epic run. So let's get into the video. But first, hey guys, if you live in the US and you'd like to help out the channel and get up to 4 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 2 free stocks between $2.50 and $250 each just for opening an account. And if you deposit $100, you'll get a further 2 free stocks valued between $8 and $1,600 each. That is an obnoxiously good return on your investment. I mean, really, deposit $100 and you'll end up with, at minimum, $21 worth of stocks, a 21% ROI on your money.
And if you're in Australia, the UK or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it.
The president hasn't conceded yet, but the transition is starting to take place, and I think people are looking at this with a little more calm. What do you think about it all?
Yeah, I think that there's 2 parts of the market. There's the cyclical market, which is doing very, very well. And then there's the speculative part of the market, which is insane. I mean, we've got a lot of stocks that everyone must think are the next Teslas. And you see those go up so much that you begin to say, well, wait a second, can that continue forever? And those are the stocks that I'm really watching because they are the so-called Robinhood stocks. There's a lot of other people who buy these now, but everything they buy goes higher. So that's what I'm focused on is can that continue? Because that speculation is usually met with some sort of big sell-off. Hasn't happened yet, though.
There's a few different factors at play. First of all, I think that there's a little bit of a mindset shift. A lot of younger investors are not dumb enough to be trading in and out of stocks like some of their older counterparts, realizing that rather than making incremental profits, they'd much rather buy, hold, and make a massive fortune over the next decade or two. Of course, maybe I'm imagining this. Let me know in the comments, are you a long-term investor or a short-term gambler? The second factor is the Tesla ripple effect. I think there's a lot of people who feel like they've missed out on the opportunity in Tesla. You didn't, but hey, whatever, you do you. And they're now going, oh, well, better buy some other EV stock instead, because obviously when you start an EV company, you just automatically execute, automatically have great leadership, automatically have great engineering, automatically improve your manufacturing, automatically drive your technology costs down. I need to take a breath. You guys get the idea, right? People seem to be projecting what Tesla has done as if that's just exactly what's automatically going to take place with every other company attempting to do something similar. It's not that easy, but hey guys, I mean, whatever. And the third factor is that there's a massive value transfer happening as smart investors realize that the dinosaurs are currently going extinct, and if your company doesn't innovate and disrupt for breakfast, lunch and dinner, you're irrelevant.
What do you think of Tesla?
Well, I'm a big Tesla fan, so it's almost like you shouldn't ask me. I mean, I've liked it for a very long time, and I keep waiting for sellers to come in, and they don't come in.
Jim's definitely onto something here. Let me know in the comments below, how many years minimum do you intend on holding Tesla stock for? And as I said recently, if your answer's less than years, get the fuck out of here. This channel is for investors, not gamblers. In my opinion, there's going to be 2 clearly defined groups of people in 2030. Those who still own Tesla stock and those who sold Tesla stock. Now, hey, I don't have a time machine, but I'm willing to bet that the people that didn't sell Tesla stock in 2030 are probably going to be more comfortable with that decision than the people that decided it was a wise idea to take profits along the way. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking profits. You're never going to go broke doing that, but you're probably never going to become wealthy doing that either. And I think that this is the mindset of the vast majority of Tesla stock investors at the moment. They understand that Tesla has won the decade, and they're not dumb enough to sell for a short-term profit when they know the long-term vision of this company is phenomenally bright.
But I think that it's a technology company, not an auto company, and that's how I can justify it. If it's an auto company, it's just too hard to justify. I know that it's not rigorous to justify it.
Yeah, I know. Is there a point where it makes you a little nervous, though?
Well, we'll have to see the next quarter. But what happens is that then they start selling out in China, or then the German factory takes off, or then the pickup takes off, and you get blindsided by all these people who are first-timers who don't really care about things like earnings per share or revenues per share. They just like it. And we haven't seen something like that. I don't even know how long. It's not 1999. I mean, they just like Tesla, so they buy it.
Now, I think there is an element of people just jumping on the bandwagon with Tesla. But there's something else at play. Tesla's valuation today, if you look forward a year or two, doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense. But if you look forward 5 years, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, man, it looks dirt cheap today. That's why I'm still buying with every spare cent that I have. Again, not investment advice, just what I'm actually doing with my own money. I think a lot of investors recognize this. Some companies, the visibility in the future isn't that great. You might only be able to clearly see out a year, 2 years, 3 yeyears. Tesla, in my opinion, you've got a 10-year window where it's very clear they are going to be dominant. They will be a huge, if not the leading player in EVs, in robo-taxis, in battery storage, and in solar. Of course, not everybody can see this, and hey, I could totally be wrong. But I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I think a lot of other investors are doing this as well. So it's very easy to look at Tesla's market cap and think, this makes absolutely no sense. It's completely fucking insane. But you have to understand that there's more visibility into Tesla's future than there are with many other companies, in my opinion. The further you can see out into the future, and the brighter that future looks, the higher the valuation people are happy to pay today. And I think that's exactly what's happening.
And Tesla CEO Elon Musk taking yet another victory lap dance today. No, I didn't mean it like that. Not a lap dance. A victory dance. A Silicon Valley innovator reaching new heights with Tesla's market value crossing $500 billion. That allows him to zoom past Bill Gates and snag the title of the world's second richest person, behind, of course, Mr. Jeff Bezos. Cheryl Casoni's here. You know, we've been covering Elon for more than a decade here. Yeah. Tell us about his rise to the top, today's milestone, but also what our viewers should note as we look ahead to how many sales, how many cars they expect to move.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a second. But first, Liz, thanks for giving me the dancing video as I do a very serious hit about the issue of Tesla. Oh, man, I don't know why I was dancing that video. He's dancing now. There's plenty of reasons he's dancing. Look, okay, so let's look at the stock first. It's up about 6.5% right now. The stock needed to hit $527.48 per share. As you can see right now, it is above that substantially. Remember, Tesla reported its fifth consecutive quarterly profit last month with 139,300 deliveries. That was a record for the car maker at the time. Tesla also is set to join the S&P 500 before trading begins on December 21st. All of this helping out Elon Musk. When that move was announced, remember, the stock got really juiced. Now, as for sales, Wedbush securities analyst Dan Ives told Fox Business today, quote, Tesla is leading the EV pack in what appears to be a golden age of EV demand. We are modeling 500,000 deliveries for this year with potential to hit 1 million units by 2022 based on a strong consumer appetite globally for EVs.
So Wedbush, who are very bullish on Tesla, have the company delivering around 1 million vehicles in 2022. My estimates has them at 1 million vehicles next year. So even some of the more bullish analysts on Wall Street, in my opinion, are massively underestimating Tesla's short-term potential.
For the other stocks in this group, let's take a look at these guys right now, because I got it right finally, and I learned how to say this tide will lift all boats, because Tesla is lifting these boats, except for NIO and Workhorse, who have just come back actually from earlier highs. As you can see, Tesla is higher. Nikola Corporation higher by nearly 17%. But don't let those red numbers fool you on NIO and Workhorse. They have gotten a boost from Tesla for sure this year. As for Elon Musk, his net worth has risen more than $100 billion this year. 3/4 of his wealth does come from Tesla. The stock has rallied over 400% this year. He still trails, as you mentioned, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos for the top spot. But at this point, anything is possible considering what has happened to this stock and for this man, Elon Musk. And we'll see where he goes next year. Back to you.
Boy, do I have a bombshell for you guys today. Ready? Elon Musk is the world's most valuable person. Yes, I actually said that. I am making a value judgment on how useful, how much utility, how much value one human being has to planet Earth. Now, of course, everybody's going to have their own opinion on this. But in my opinion, there's no question Elon Musk is the most valuable human being alive today. In fact, one of the most valuable human beings to ever have lived in terms of the positive impact he's going to have on the world, not just today, but far out into the future. And Elon's net worth is fast approaching his actual value as a human. Now, I know a few snowflakes are going to get incredibly triggered by the fact that I've made a value judgment and decided that this guy's more important, more useful, and has more value to humanity than every other person alive today, but I stand by it.
Yep, he's one of those, if you can dream it, you can do it, and he is doing it. Cheryl, I remember when they were thrilled to get 24,000 deliveries per quarter. Mm-hmm. Now it's 500,000 for the year. Unbelievable. Yeah. We'll be watching for that number.
They will be both watching for and finding that number. Isn't it amazing that Tesla was aiming for 500,000 vehicle deliveries for 2020 for the full year before the pandemic, and they're still on target? I mean, please, just let that sink in. If that doesn't tell you so much about this company, the underlying demand, their ability to execute during tough conditions, I don't know what does. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you live in the US and you'd like to help out the channel and get up to 4 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 2 free stocks between $2.50 and $250 each just for opening an account. And if you deposit $100, you'll get a further 2 free stocks valued between $8 and $1,600 each.
And if you're in Australia, the UK or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake also using the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.